unless your time comes. So therefore, this fear should go. Something will happen to me. All right, this is a job for politicians. No, everybody must take the view that I will participate fully in the formation of a new Virat Hindustan. And I will not discourage anybody. At least this much you can do. Many places people ask me, what do you want us to do? I say two things only. Never say nothing will happen. Say no, it must happen. I'm not saying that you have to say it will happen, but you say it must happen. India must become clean. India must become strong. India must fight for terrorism. Say that. And two, teach your children Sanskrit. You see the transformation that takes place. These two things you can do as NRIs. There's no need for you to do very much more. Of course, in the emergency, I remember NRIs used to tell their people, their relatives in India, what was going on, because I used to give them data here and they used to pass it on to people. There, people are not getting it because of press censorship. But here, because of that, same way today, you are highly respected people in India because you have done so well here. You are professionals and you have done so well. And so therefore today, I will say that if you exude this confidence, yes, India will become a power, will become a global power, and it must clean up corruption, it must have better people. If you keep this encouragement going, you will see the transformation taking place. We are going to become a world power, I can tell you that. We were a world power. All this turmoil you are seeing is to the good of the country. A new Indian is being born, and that Indian will draw its sustenance from our past history, from our past civilization, our continuing civilization, and this new Indian will be with a person who will, in fact, restore its position of the country to the situation it was when Hyun Song came, or Pasien came, or Vasco da Gama came. That is what we should work on, that's what we should internally decide. Everything else is available in India. We have no shortages of anything. You are short of resources today. Auction spectrum, you will get 7 lakh rupees. How much did you get it before this Raja was caught? You got only 14,000 crores. I moved a petition to the Supreme Court that all licenses should be cancelled and there should be fresh auction. Supreme Court cancelled all the licenses. And now auction has been ordered. How much are we going to get? 7 lakh crore rupees. What is our total tax bill? 5 lakh crore bills. Only the total tax collection of Indian government is 5 lakh crore rupees. And just by auctioning spectrum, you get 7 lakh crore rupees. If you auction coal mines, you will get 21 lakh crore rupees. That has been proved by the CAG. If you auction sites for crude oil, you will get 11 lakh rupees. 11 lakh crore rupees. There is no shortage of resources in India. But if you follow the correct policies. Agriculture, we have such a huge potential in our country. The yield per acre in India is the lowest in the world. We can easily increase it. We are a country which is gifted by the fact that 12 months of the year you can do agriculture. Can you do 12 months of the year in America? No, because of snowfall you cannot do it. But in India you can do 12 months. In Europe you cannot do. Even in China you cannot do. But India you can do 12 months of the year. But what percentage acreage you grow more than one crop? Only 24%. Remaining 76% grows only one crop a year. Easily you can grow 3 crops. Yield is so low, if you give water, fertilizer and so on, the yield will go We have 150 million cows. What is the average yield of a cow? 200 liters. What is the average yield of an Israeli cow? 11,000 liters. Imagine 150 million cows started giving the Israeli average. I will go swimming in India. The fruit, vegetables, everything. And the most important thing is our young population. Today the average age of an Indian is only 28 years. What is the average age of a Chinese? 37, because of their one-child family policy which they rigidly followed. What is the average age of an American? 38 years. What is the average age of a European? 47 years. What is the average age of a Japanese? 50 years. This young population, 70% of our population is below the age of 35. If you put them through good schooling, through universities, we will become the innovators of the world in the future. There are many things which we need to innovate, which we can easily. Hydrogen fuel cells. If you can market hydrogen fuel cells, you won't need petrol for your cars. You can run it on hydrogen fuel cells. And if you do that, then the Arab countries will have to go back to their tents and their camels. They will have to buy them. Same thing with thorium. We have about 60% of the world's thorium. But it needs to convert, we need to convert this thorium into to the C3, that is into uranium, and then use it for reactors. So that Homi Baba has seen 3 stages, 2 stages they already solved. 3rd stage we are about to solve when the Americans came and gave you Indo-US nuclear deal. Now why are you going to do that? We will give you uranium, is what the Americans said. We also fell for that trap. Now, it doesn't matter that the agreement has not harmed you, but this thorium research must not stop. If we can bring and make thorium as a viable fuel, you will be able tomorrow to make this country totally self-sufficient in energy. So these are some of the potentials that are there. And India is today sitting literally on a huge potential, which they call it for population and demographic dividend and so on. But it requires a determination to do it. And for that we need what I call this Virat Hindu psychology. And that is what we should all work towards. Let us resolve that during our lifetime we will make India into a developed country and not show any diffidence in this matter. That is what should be the message of Chanakya, who out of nothing took a man who was a little boy who was tending to goats and built him up into an emperor. And that emperor, Chandragupta Gupta, was the one who brought the golden period to Hindu religion at that time. Thank you very much.